all for coming here today, and thanks to all the great work that NLC is doing to build political entrepreneurship over time. I'm going to keep my remarks very brief. I'll be happy to take some questions afterwards about things that are going on and how, opportunities that I see in political entrepreneurship. But I do want to both sort of send you off into the world that you're already operating in with a few thoughts about how we really build this network over time and assure that, as Nadine cleverly says, the vast left-wing conspiracy can continue. But we can build real, lasting political change, both in elected office, but also throughout our businesses and throughout our culture in America. There's lots of excitement on our side, but we are at significant peril at this point. There are challenges coming at us from those who seek to supplant the seeking of a greater common good with merely greater individual goods. We'll see this most clearly in the presidential race upcoming, but it's happening across America, and it's been happening across America, less so here in California, but sort of throughout our time as we've grown into political actors. These challenges come from both in the private and public sectors who see paths for self-advancement instead of for truly building a more perfect union. This group is about fighting against that. It's about building the great ties over time to actually deliver progressive political change. So as progressives, we can't accept that from political opponents or from allies. We have to step up our game on politics and policy to ready the American economy and our society as a whole for the challenges of the future. The cautionary note I would give to you, not just about the fight that we face, but also about how progressives have often gone wrong in political endeavors, is don't make this mistake of assuming that because you have thought through things and you know that you're right, that others are going to see it that way. Figure out how to make that outreach point, how to turn the phrase that the other side is throwing at you, how to work to bring the folks who are persuadable along. There are folks who we're going to have to write off along the way because they're too ideologically committed to their position, because they're too deep in their belief that selfishness is the American creed, and that they should be trying to get whatever they can in whatever way. So, but progressives, we have this traditional problem of being able to translate our good ideas into true progressive political movements. This is a key institution in trying to change that. So what I'd say to you going out in the world is that the most important base to build on is one that's grounded in smart economics, that harnesses both the goodness and self-interest in people. We have to take that as somewhat of a given, but not turning against the idea that economic sustainability can be as important as environmental sustainability. We have to have ideas that meet that test of business and that meet that successful goal. Business is not the enemy in these endeavors. Bad business, selfish business that is not committed to the common good over time is the enemy here. So we have an opportunity to do that in a variety of factors. If you look at Tom's Shoes, where for every shoe you buy, a shoe goes out to a kid who needs it. Two shoes, even, a pair. It's amazing the way that works. If you look at other businesses like the one that I'm involved in now called Loyal3, where we're trying to lower the barrier of entry for average investors who want to connect with the brands that they're already supporting through their consumer dollars. They should be able to own that company cheaply, without fees. They should be able to do it in fractional shares if they need to. We've built a platform to do that, and we're going to bring that Wall Street back into alignment with Main Street by empowering Main Street, letting people buy into these companies. That's where I've turned my attention for now, and in addition to a number of other interesting companies that I think are building a more social world, building on the wonderful work that we did at Facebook. And one of the great things about this group is that there are so many of you, like Giselle, the graduate, who is out working at Facebook, building this more social world, this more connected world that will allow us to build for progressive political change over time. So again, business is not the enemy, bad business is the enemy. And there are many paths to forge to build a better society. If you are going to choose businesses, pick the ones that will change the world and celebrate this coming together to make the world work as it ought to, not the way that it does. So training through NLC and other similar movements is a great path forward for all of you. Stay on that path and keep reaching back to help those who are striving to build a better America. Thank you for having me, and I'll be happy to answer a couple of questions and then hand it over for all the presentations.